There you go. Talk to him.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold. Classic.
I'm only gonna do this once. I'm only gonna do this once. I'm only gonna do this once.
Classic. Yeah, yeah. Classic.
All right now. Ha ha.
Classic.
Yeah. It's the best daytime live show on all streaming platforms. It's the Classic Codes. You know I gotta come to the ring, man.
Fighting out of the southpaw stance. Standing at 6'2", 190 pounds. I give you, boy, I'm made different. I work too hard. Ain't no way I ain't getting paid different. It's from the dirt, it's from the mud. You ain't slave with me. This was strictly for my homies that was brave with me. You can't come in with me now if you ain't came. I got the cold looking at you side eye if you ain't with real life. I seen a couple people try and it ain't in pretty. I only keep the people around that stood on 10 with me. And if they start to stand on 9, that's where it end with me. It can end quickly. And the way I level up, I make them spin differently. I should start a foundation. They be make-a-wishing me. I got these hoes in the frenzy. They can't seem to get to me. Babe, I done mastered discipline. It take more than booty cheeks. Need a little more conversation, cause I still be trying to see. I be listening with my eyes. Yeah, I still be trying to see. I be moving like the prize. You can't find another me. Let's get focused. Want the fruits of your labor. Gotta
focus. Let's get focused. It's Classic with the Classic Codes, and I got another great live show for y'all. Yes, Lord, man. If you just got here, make sure you hit the like button, tap out of the chat, hit the like button, and come right back into the chat. Holla at me. Yes, Lord. We got a full slate today. We got our reaction video. We have a question of the day. We got a TikTok reaction. And we have a code language conversation. So we got a full show today, and I'll be able to get y'all through y'all commute home or y'all last few hours of work or y'all commute on into work. Whatever the situation is, I'm here.
Classic.
Yup. So, man, make sure that y'all have subscribed to the channel. If you just getting here, if you're watching this on the replay, make sure you active in the chat so we can have a conversation, whether you agree or disagree, because we gotta crack these codes.
I know you see me trying to crack the code.
Yes, Lord. So I'm in a chill mood, man. We starting off today. We sliding over to TikTok right off the bat today, and we gonna tap in with the big dog Charleston White, and he's being asked about NBA Youngboy's tour. And I feel, Charleston, he gonna have some very entertaining takes on this, and so we're going to tap in with him and see what he has to say about it. It's like a 7-minute video. Shout out to Soft Rain in the chat 333 filing in. What up? Yeah, man, make sure everybody smash that like button. But yeah, we're going to tap in with Charleston White. We're going to see what he has to say about NBA Youngboy's tour. He's on tour now. He's been going all across the country. I've been seeing stuff on my algorithm. Maybe some of you guys have not, but I've been seeing it all on my algorithm. His shows have been absolutely sold out with the whatever. I don't know what the generation is called of the kids that's, between 18 to 25 right now, whatever generation that is. I mean, they are absolutely going crazy for the young man, and, good for him as an artist or whatever the case may be. But let's see what Charleston White got to say.
Youngboy's tour. You were right about it. It's packed. A lot of YNs in there.
Man, wow, ridiculous.
But it's an experience, though.
You went?
No. I'm looking at it online.
What kind of experience?
They say he's the Michael Jackson of this era. You got Tiana Taylor directing it. You got a NBA player, Ja Morant, and Zion Williamson, and Obama's daughter was there, I heard.
He might be the Antichrist. Yeah, I think that boy might be the Antichrist. Ever since they put him on that medication, he seems better now, don't he?
He seems way more peaceful.
That man said he might be the Antichrist. The Antichrist is crazy. Joe Jet, what up, my boy? Joe Jet in the building. Chat 333. Jay Zilla, what up? 333. What up? We got an update. He said the book is being edited. It's out, and the hard copies will be available to purchase by Tuesday. The Art of PR War. Shout out to Jay Zilla with the book update, y'all. Yes, Lord. So Tuesday, y'all. Tuesday. Everybody said they was waiting to get physical copies and order physical copies. So we looking forward to Tuesday, Jay Zilla. We waiting on you, bro. We glad you getting everything situated so we can get a premium product when we receive it. We grateful, man. We proud of you too. All right. But listen, the man said NBA Youngboy might be the Antichrist. Let's hear the explanation on this. That's crazy.
Yeah, they might need to start putting all these niggas on medication. Get them in prison, and when they come out, have a strict parole or stipulations for them to take these antidepressants. Because the boy smoked them cigarettes, it seems like he ain't mean and mad no more. But the only thing about it is, boy making them herpes babies. Yeah. Them little girls keep letting that boy put that sick dick in them and making them babies. So seems like he can't do no wrong.
I mean, his ex-girl, the Janaea girl, she just dumped her NBA boyfriend, and she was at the show, front row. Yaya shouting them out. There's another girl in the crowd. At least 3 or 4 baby moms was at one show. I think the Houston show.
Yeah, he a different kind of young nigga. Yeah. Nah, he a different kind of young nigga. Yeah. He a different kind of young nigga.
But like somebody like him, they're not. That's a very, very rare thing.
What's rare?
An artist like him that makes that type of music to have such a big following like that. That's rare.
Well, it's a lot of retarded kids now. He retarded. Most of them, you know.
Taz, what up, man? What's going on? Hey, Charleston White a fool, man. All right, let's go.
Don't do well. A lot of kids relate to them, struggle with reading on or above their grade level. So this is the kids that's struggling to read on their grade level, Sean. These the 7th and 8th graders that read on the 3rd grade level. So all of them coming. These are all the kids that was in special ed classes. They wasn't in class with me and you. And they was in there listening to him rap and they understand it. Me and you got to listen to it a couple times. Say, what he say? They know exactly what he's saying. Dumb people music is what I call it. NBA Youngboy make dumb, stupid people music. Nobody with intelligence can bump their head to an NBA Youngboy song.
I ain't gonna lie. Listen, chat. I don't all the way agree with him because there's a few NBA Youngboy songs on my workout playlist. So I'm not gonna sit here and cap, but I don't listen to his catalog. The Tears Down said, and he gonna crash out. Yeah. Listen, we don't even gotta play it. It's him in the flesh. This boy crazy.
Dumb. You gotta be stupid, and you gotta be struggling with reading, having learning disability. These are the kids that couldn't pass the STARS test.
I want to show you this. Did you see the guy that hit his knees at the show? He got on his knees.
What you mean hit his knee? Man, that one of them boys been fucked by a big cousin, that's all. That one of them boys been fucked by a big cousin. One of them freaky big men. What man dropping to his knees for another nigga? Man, that one of them niggas been molested. Yeah, nah, man, don't show me no shit like that no more. Sean.
It's a lot of crazy.
Man, that's a lot of molested kids. That's why the violence is so high. It's a lot of boys that been molested, acting like they ain't in the name of playing bang. That's all that is, my nigga. That's a motherfucking.
Bro, okay. All right, chat. It's a lot happening, man. Ted, yeah, G. Come on, bro. I don't even see this shit coming, bro. He talking about, but listen, is there truth to what he's saying? I think so. Like the hyper violence amongst the youth in the inner city communities and the impoverished areas across the country. I think a lot of it comes from, males actually operating out of a lot of femininity. You know what I'm saying? And for a multitude of reasons, one being the one that he casually just brought up here, but other ones as well. And so it is something that's like a relatively serious topic. Just the way he say stuff is funny. But yeah, he has a point. Let's go.
Mental dysfunction. Nigga done drop to a knee for a nigga you can barely understand. He don't talk straight and clear.
All his shows are selling out. Oh, he sold out twice in Dallas, and he has another show in Dallas in October. 3 times packed out.
Come on, Chief. Goddamn, man, make some Chief, man. I talk to the Chief about this. He made sure it wasn't no violence, though.
No violence.
No violence.
Everybody's getting along.
Everybody getting along.
No fights, no nothing.
Boy, yeah, where Dirk at? Where Dirk and them people at? They all in jail, ain't
They all in jail.
See what happened when you put niggas in jail? We have fun now. See what happened when you put niggas' ass in jail? We have fun now. And I'm talking about they look like they having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he goes to Chicago, do you think?
Hey, listen, when you grown as hell, you don't want to live nowhere where it's just dangerous for no reason. Bunch of young folks that ain't got no understanding, no perspective, running around doing stupid shit, making everybody life miserable. You know what I'm saying? Got everybody paranoid. Got folks accustomed to ducking, you know what I'm saying, when they hear certain sounds and shit. Like, that's all PTSD inducing behavior. You know what I mean? And the way he say stuff is so funny, but it's like, yeah, you know, if people are wreaking havoc, and I don't care what their names are or what their status is, you know, he named somebody specifically. I don't really care who it is we talking about. If you a menace to society, you know, something got to be done about you. If it was the olden days, you know, some of these crimes would be punishable by getting rid of you. You know, everything I'm saying is alleged, you know, all for content creation purposes and entertainment. But you know, but now we in a different time where, you know, everybody got to go through the judicial system and things aren't as cut and dry, you know, not as Old Testament, if you will. So yeah, man, I think that people who wreak havoc amongst, you know, the civilians of the world, you know, just the people who just want to go about their day and stay out the way. Yeah, something has to be done about them. And the fact that at these concerts, reportedly, I'm talking about he's selling out stadiums, arenas, all type of stuff going on. And he doing dates back to back in certain locations, selling out 2-3 nights in a row. Like, he really going crazy on tour right now. And to see that many young people together for music that is about violence, don't get it twisted. A lot of his music is about violence. For all of them people to be getting together and just enjoying the show, and ain't nobody getting hurt and it ain't nothing bad going on, you know, that's I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is that's, you know, where you're able to mix those energies, right? The music is violent promoting. You got kids in the crowd with shiesties on, you know what I'm saying? They doing an abundance of miscellaneous recreational medicines. And, you know, they rocking out, having a good time, but ain't nothing popping off. I don't know what that is, how the universe is managing that energy, but it's commendable to some degree.
Classic.
It's commendable to some degree. It's unique too. But let's go.
You think everything is going to be okay?
Yeah, it's gonna be okay. The National Guard is coming. By the time you get to Chicago, nigga Trump and his boys will be there.
I don't know. It's a guy that went viral that said the National Guards don't got shit on Chicago gangs. Like, he's pretty much saying
Chicago gangs don't have no tanks. They don't have no bulletproof helmet hats. They got switches. Most of the bullets that they're buying in switches are the worst bullets you can have that barely even go through car doors. They don't have the top grade grain of bullets, military grain bullets. Not only that, they ain't never seen the military. They've never seen the military before, my nigga. How they know how to respond to it? They've never seen it before. They've been shooting at niggas running. They've been shooting at niggas that got less firepower than them. They ain't got now nigga that can do this and throw a grenade at a group of them over there. They ain't got now drone. They can go up in a plane and fly. What they mean? They some different kind of wine. Let me just tell these dumb niggas something. If you fire at the military, you will not go to jail. You will not have rights as an American citizen. You will be classified and documented as a domestic terrorist. Mm-hmm. You might go to Guantanamo Bay. You have no due process of rights once you classified as this. Or you might go over to El Salvador where they got to keep your ass like this. And you gonna cry like a motherfucker. You gonna cry like a motherfucker. Hey, man, so I hope I pray to God that these Chicago kids shoot back at our military so they can have every right.
It's not funny. It's not funny, chat. It's not funny, chat. Oh my God. I'm trying my hardest. Miles Bassett said YN's that other agenda. Natural born crash dummy. And yeah, he has a point. The level is high. Too much emotion. No daddies. Laughing my ass off. Y'all better watch out before Mama V get in here. Hey, come on. The tears down said, yeah. Hit the like button. It don't cost a thing. Chicken wing. Yeah, for sure. Listen, this man is a fool. He said, I pray that these YNs shoot at the military. Hey, listen, his message is so crazy because a lot of people, the natural thing to say is, we gotta do something to get through to the youth. We gotta do something to penetrate their perspective and turn things around. He like, nah, they already don't know how to act. They already too far gone. Let them crash out. If they want to crash out when the military slide, just let them crash out.
Sometimes you just gotta crash on out.
Let them crash out. If they listen, they mess around, don't even see a soldier. Y'all trying to beef with somebody, you mess around, don't even see a soldier. The first time y'all do something or even try to do something to them soldiers, like he said, they'll send a drone over the top. Send a drone over the top and just blickety, just get everything gone. Allegedly, all for content creation purposes and entertainment. I just think sometimes we buy into the bullshit just a little too much, and I know that they make the bullshit convenient to buy. Right? I know they put it on clearance. I know they mark it down, make it affordable. Buy two, get one free. I know they selling the bullshit for the low, but we ain't got to buy it this much. Y'all, listen, I don't care how y'all not even surviving beefing with each other. The YNs in Chicago not surviving beefing with each other. All their music is about the people they done took and the people that got taken. Y'all ain't surviving beefing with each other. Y'all want to play with the military? Go on ahead.
Classic.
Go ahead. Streets will be clean in a matter of time.
I'm only gonna do this once.
Go ahead. Streets will be clean in a matter of time. Days.
I'm only gonna do this once.
Won't even take a month. Won't even take a month. Act up. Act up. Act up.
Classic.
Y'all talking about y'all putting they putting allegedly they putting switches on they firearms, right? And then to the point where when they let the switch go and it let off all them rounds in 2 seconds, sound like one long shot. They let off 20 shots in 2 seconds, right? The damn blicky melt. You can't reload it. You can't. So what you gonna do when you let the switch go and they duck behind them bulletproof Humvees, right? And you let it go, and all them bullets ricochet off the Humvees, and then they raise back up like this with some shit that don't go bang. They raise back up with some shit that go. Talking about send the military, we got something for them. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. They gonna have snipers on the on top of the two flats. They gonna have snipers on top of the two flats. When you go to reach for it, you gonna die just like that. Allegedly, all for content creation purposes. You can't listen. Allegedly, all for content creation purposes, entertainment. You can't beef with the military, Chicago. I love Chicago. I love the city. I know, in Black culture, it's cool to brag about being from the most hardest possible city possible, right? So we get pride in saying we from somewhere where it's dangerous as hell. I don't take pride in that. I don't take no pride in having to tell folks that come visit the town when they in town and they not with me. I don't take no pride in having to give them a damn version of the Green Book on what parts of the city to stay out of. I don't take no pride in that. You know what I would have pride in? Being able to tell them when they come into the city, oh man, go everywhere. Go all over the place. You straight. You straight. Go everywhere. Go see everything. You good. It's safe out here. Crime rate's low. That will make me proud. Telling people where they can go get some good food, but they might have to duck and dodge bullets is crazy. Like, when do we stop? Maybe I'm sounding too grown. Let's continue.
In every excuse to exterminate black people in Chicago. Give them the right, because if you do that in this town, it's gonna give them the right to, nigga, please, I hope y'all do it so white folks can show niggas how bad white folks really is. See, you niggas just kill niggas. You don't have one Chicago YN nigga in jail for killing a white person or even shooting at a Mexican. Y'all scared of the Puerto Ricans up there, Chi-Town. When they send these soldiers over here with them helmets on and you can't see their eyes and their face, and they take you somewhere that you ain't never been and you can't make a phone call, man, don't have your mom them crying. So I hope they do, because nigga, they ain't ready for what they think they ready for. Nah, they ain't. Nigga, they scared of the police. The local police. Big, black, and ugly.
Now listen, there is some hoods in Chicago where they not scared of the local police, and I'm not saying that in any type of a braggadocious tone. That's just the facts. There is some hoods in Chicago where they are not afraid of the police, where the police are in fact afraid to go through. Joe Jett said half the military might be family, honestly. Yeah, that's for sure too. Jay Zilla said crash. Oh no need to crash. No need to crash. Me and Charleston in complete agreement. You know what I mean? I can't give much of an adverse reaction to what he was saying. I briefly covered that. I think with Anton Daniels. I spoke about you know, the video of the guy going viral saying that Chicago gangs was different, you know, and that Trump better not send the military, like, you know what I'm saying, or it's gonna be up with the military. Like, yeah, okay, you know what I'm saying? Okay, all right, you know, really tough, okay. But yeah, man, that's it on the Charleston White on NBA Youngboy. Shout out to Charleston White, man. Always great content to get into for some entertainment and some great perspective as well, simultaneously, for sure. All right, let's move into the question of the day. 333 chat. What's up? The Tears Down said he's a bit mistaken about the PRs and alert. They aren't afraid at all, even if it is dumb to have no fear in those situations. Yeah, no. He wasn't saying the Puerto Ricans were afraid. He was saying that the black folks in Chicago are afraid of the Puerto Ricans. I mean, I won't say they're afraid. I'll say, you know, from what I've always known, they not the quickest to be trying to beef with the Hispanic gangs. 77 hoods within Chicago limits. Yeah, that's too many hoods. Way too many hoods. Save our streets. But yeah, y'all, let's move into the question of the day. Let's get it. Matter of fact, it's question of the day. Question of the day. Do men and women have different definitions of control? I'm actually going to go to TikTok for this, and we're going to listen to a video by this dope podcast that I found on TikTok. We're going to listen to a video by them, and we're going to get into this question. Check it out.
Who's right? I told my fiance that I wanted to get a headlamp to go running. He said, I need to know who's right. I told my fiance that I wanted to get a headlamp to go running. He said, what do you need a headlamp for? And he did that whole eyebrow raise thing, all skeptical like. I said, so I can go running because it's dark outside. He said, I thought you've been running when it's dark. You just stay on like the well-lit paths and areas. I said, yeah, but I want to hit this other trail and it's not lit. And so I need a headlamp so I can see. He said, oh, you mean that trail that's kind of like out in the woods that doesn't have any other lights, that not a lot of other people around? I said, yeah, bingo. That trail. He said, absolutely not. I said, did you just tell me no? Why? He said, so you want to run in the dark by yourself in the woods in a secluded area on a trail by yourself? I said, well, that was the plan. He said, no, not going to happen. Sorry. Am I overreacting, or is he just being protective, looking out for me? What would you do?
So I, first of all, wouldn't be out there running in the dark. I'm going to start with that one. I think sometimes we take this independent thing too far. I really do. I'm not sure even when I don't feel like he should have even had to lay it out. You want to run in the dark at night in a wooded area that's secluded, and then you said, yeah, like none of do you not watch TV? You don't no true crime, no Law and Order. And don't get me wrong, okay? Should you be able to go out here and do these things and not worry about somebody knocking you upside your head? Absolutely, you should. Is that the reality that we live in? No, it is not. I'm with fiance on this.
You talking about she should be able to do this without worrying about somebody knocking her out, but what about the boogeyman? Because ain't nobody,
You get on my nerves.
No, but seriously though, bears. I mean,
yes, you're right. You're right. You're running in the woods.
I mean,
coyotes,
dogs,
fox.
and all the you got rabbits out there. You never know what you're gonna run into out there. But yeah, definitely the husband makes complete and total sense. I think a lot of times when husbands or boyfriend express that they don't want their significant other to do things, is seen as controlling. But it's not that he's trying to control your actions. He's actually trying to protect you. He's also trying to protect both of y'all because, he doesn't want you out there and something happening to you. And then now the police knocking on his door, asking him where he's been. And now he's the first suspect. It's so many different things that can go wrong in this scenario.
And if you want to call it control, call it control. He's controlling, keeping you alive.
And unfortunately, and y'all not going to like this, I can't really provide a lot of protection for somebody that's not going to listen to what the heck I'm trying to tell them to do to keep them safe.
All right, y'all. So do men and women have different definitions of control? Joe Jet said, yeah, we define power differently and women define it wrong. He's being protective. Shout out to Joe Jet, always profound in the chat. Yeah, I think that yesterday on the Queen's panel last night, shout out to all the ladies that were on the Queen Codes last night. Make sure y'all go back and check out the live stream if y'all missed it on the Queen Codes panel. But I think that we got into a good discussion and a bit of a debate kind of on the concept of control, because it seemed as though control was being redefined, right? It seemed as though it was being like the concept of control was being portrayed or perceived to be synonymous with controlling, right? Like somebody with a control problem or a control freak. There's a difference between somebody being a control freak and somebody just simply having control, right? There are people who want to flex their muscles, make all the decisions, stonewall other people's ideas. They've always got the best idea. That exists. 1,000,000% that exists. But is that all leaders? I think not. Miles Batchelor said control can sound negative to the one being controlled. It can. It can. But I would say this. We pick and choose, and this isn't in disagreement with you, Miles, just adding on. We pick and choose when we're okay with control, because if times get hard enough, somebody will kneel down and pray for God to take control. Am I lying? Tell me, Chad, am I lying? If times get hard enough, somebody will kneel down and ask God to take control. Jesus, take the wheel.
I'm only gonna do this once.
Right? But your husband, his control is inconvenient, right?
All right now.
Huh? His control inconvenient.
All right now.
His protection is overbearing.
Classic.
And they held on. Where souls of thought at when you need them? He told me go snowboarding. Now this happens. I'm not real big on race, but this happens to be a non-black woman. Y'all told me going snowboarding was the fix. Now this Caucasian queen here is trying to be insubordinate to her husband's protection.
Classic.
I want to hold those feet to the fire, all just the same. We're gonna keep the same energy. Joe Jet said, the men create a community of civility for women to have structure and protection, and then they want to go outside of it, get traumatized, and complain the rest of their lives about it. Wow.
Classic.
Now listen, if there were Joe Jet, I have to say this, if there were a feminist present They would definitely call what you just said victim blaming. They would. Because one thing that was stated here was, should you be able, and this was by the host of the podcast, they said, should you be able to go outside at night and run on that wooded trail without having to worry? Absolutely. But that's not the reality. Well, I'm going to be real with you. I don't believe in us beefing with God. In accordance to the design of nature, humans running through the woods at night, bad idea based on the design that God laid out. Just flat out. You forget worrying about being snatched up by somebody who's trying to, put you in a van and take you somewhere. Forget that. Like they said, just the natural beings outside. Bears, wolves, coyotes, depending on where you live. Skunks, raccoons will get down on you at night. If you jogging through there and you don't see a group of raccoons, because raccoons live in trees, in case y'all don't know. I don't know where everybody from. If you don't see a group of raccoons and there's some babies over there, mama and them gonna get protective. If you don't see them and you just jogging along like it's sweet, you might have to deal with some raccoons. Jogging through the woods at night in general, and you talking to somebody who used to walk his dog through the woods at 2 a.m. And so it would seem like double talk, but no, it was me, some pepper spray, a hunting knife, my 100-pound Akita. You know what I'm saying? So we got our own little setup, and I had light. You know what I'm saying? So I could see, and I had reflection, and so we would see coyotes. The coyotes see me at 6'2" and like 200, 205, and they see my 100-pound dog, and you know what I'm saying? And the coyote decide to make a business decision. You see what I'm saying? You can go walk through the woods at night if you set up properly, but jogging through there as a small, because this woman don't look big, as a little small human being, and you just jogging through that shit, you might end up lunch. Classic. Might be supper.
I'm only gonna do this once.
You might be supper. Joe Jet said, I would say she's being controlling by not working in cohesive manner to keep peace in the community. Yeah, I agree. Yes, I'm victim blaming. Don't go and make yourself a victim. Predators exist. What she thinks it should be doesn't. What she thinks it should be does not exist. Classic. Joe Jet, put that on a t-shirt. Yeah, like, hey, reality. Hello. Running through the woods at night, bad idea. For a man or a woman. By yourself too. On top of that, it's different if you're running in a group of 6 or something like that. Like, you got to understand how animals work, right? And predatory humans. You have to understand how they work. If it's a group of 6 of y'all and everybody got headlamps and then y'all go trekking through the woods, a lot of things that see you before you see them will probably get out your way 9 times out of 10. For real. But that's different. She talking about going on a solo trot. That's crazy work. And why are you making a habit of jogging at maybe? And you know what though? We don't know where this lady lives. Maybe she lives somewhere like really, really suburban, like super suburban, right? So let's not assume. But in general, for most husbands, I think my wife having a jog at night habit, right? That would be a problem. Hey, I'm gonna start jogging at night every day. The fuck you ain't. What are you talking about? You trolling? Classic. You see what I'm saying? Wouldn't that be something? The tears down. FIFO. What's that? I believe in bears and Sasquatch. They exist. She's jogging to some people. Oh, she's jogging to some pole. Ah, you think she trying to go cheat? Yeah. I got a jogging at night habit. It is a convenient way to step out right quick and go and then come home funky without no questions being asked. Classic. Cortez, your sinister mind is kind of crazy. He says she's jogging to some pole. You think yeah. If you say you got a jogging at night habit and you jog off to go get some other rod and come home funky, your husband ain't gonna ask no questions. You've been outside running. You're supposed to stank a little bit. You just want to come in and get straight in the shower. Doesn't set off any alarms. It's the perfect alibi. Hey, Tez, hey man, you been through some shit, huh, brother?
I'm only gonna do this once.
That's kind of crazy. Joe Jet said, right, Tez. Miles Bastard said, F around, find out. Oh, okay. Okay. He said, I was the pole once upon a time. Hey! Way to be on the right side of the deal, brother. Way to be on the right side of the deal. Life gone life. But yeah, man. Yeah, so do you think that so ultimately I think we coming to the conclusion that men and women do have a different definition of control. I learned that in real time yesterday because it's almost like these words, they become like trigger words or inflammatory words. And when that word goes off, the worst thing associated with the word is what comes to mind as the definition. Like we talked about I forget who brought up control, but one of the ladies brought up control, and then they instantly started talking about like somebody who was overbearingly controlling. And it's like, that's not what control is in its purest form. It can be that, right? You can use having control and abuse of power that way, but that's not all that control consists of. And so it was an interesting conversation. It was educational for me because, learning other people, having a conversation with somebody or with people who have different perspectives from you, the best thing you could do is learn their perspectives and take that in so you understand that there's people that think other ways. Trying to get them to think like you, a lot of times is a waste of time. A lot of us and most of us could do a better job of communicating to understand each other versus communicating to agree. You know what I'm saying? So I think we do a good job of that on all our panels. Let's see. Miles Bastard said exactly. Obedience is another word. Facts. Sovereign. They don't like obedience. Miles, they don't like obedience. Don't say obedient. Don't say subordinate. Don't say submission. Don't say, it's a bunch of them, Miles. We should do a whole segment on the list of flag words that'll send a conversation left quick. Soft Rain said there was questions that I didn't actually answer during the show. I'm going to go back through and do a reaction so I can answer them. Okay, bet. Yeah, you was laid back yesterday. I was trying to bring you out, but you was chilling, communicating to understand. I like that. That's why I ask questions. Yeah, I don't expect to. I'm so used to being misunderstood that when I communicate, I have zero expectation of being understood, but I at least seek to understand the person that I'm talking to so I can walk away from that conversation knowing their perspective the way that they articulated it, right? I could go tell somebody else their perspective because I understand it, right? I want to be able to not just regurgitate it, but to understand it. I should be able to teach the way you think to somebody else. That's how much I want to listen. That's why us men, we don't get credit, fellas, for how well we listen. But that's why we're able to catch so much of the double talk because we be listening. Classic. Hey, man, we be listening, fellas. I got to give us our credit. You know what I'm saying?
Today I got time, cuz.
Yeah. Let me see. She said I was taking in other ladies' views. Yeah, y'all definitely was not an echo chamber last night. It was not an echo chamber last night. Not at all. A lot of different perspectives. I loved it too. It was awesome. So, but yeah, I think ultimately we've drawn a conclusion that men and women definitely see the concept of control differently. So that's interesting and unique because that seems like a bit of a hurdle that couples would probably have to get across, like understanding what control and submission and direction and all of that looks like per household. That's something we got to dive into a little bit deeper. Agreed, guys. Let's see. Soft Rain said, I don't have a big female circle, so it's interesting hearing it. Yeah, listen, it's interesting for me to hear it too. You know what I mean? Especially the fork in the road question. I got to do a reaction to that. That was the first time I heard the question answered that way. She said, we splitting up and I'm taking the kids. Now that was new. Classic. That was new. They do understand classic, but they be projecting and not using that emotional intelligence they preach about accountability. Joe.
Sometimes you just gotta crash on that.
My man said they do understand it classic, but they be projecting and not using that emotional intelligence they preach about accountability. Miles Bassett said women control men, but it's called something else. Manipulation? I don't know. Soft Rain said, sis is a soldier. I admire her for that. Hey, that was wild. Manipulation. Yeah. But see, that's crazy because when we talked about manipulation yesterday on the women's panel, Miles Bachelor said bingo. But when we talked about manipulation yesterday on the women's panel, we didn't talk about manipulation as the term. We talked about the Jezebel spirit. But the Jezebel spirit involves a high level of manipulation. And the women actually agreed. Well, no, except for Soft Rain. Soft Rain said that she believes the Jezebel spirit is genderlessly, it's genderless, right? It's not attacking women or men more. It's just whoever's susceptible to it. Whereas the other lady said that the Jezebel spirit is carried more by men than women. I didn't take time to disagree on that because I wanted to progress the show, but I don't even know if God designed it like that for men to be more manipulative than women. I don't even know if that's the case. And I'm not saying that to like be on the brother's side. I'm just saying, objectively speaking, I feel like manipulation is one of women's greatest skills, and they can use it for good or bad. It's like going to school and learning how to be an elite level hacker. You got to decide whether or not you want to take people's information or help companies protect everybody's information. You feel me? It's a skill. You can use it in either direction. Miles Bachelor said a woman may allow a man to feel in control. The Tears Down said, yes, sir. Yep. So this is an interesting one, man. This is an interesting one. But yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because it's almost like, yeah, Joe Jett said, yes, manipulation, and it's why women are catty with each other because they know each other's game but can't expose it. The internet exposed it for sure, though. The cat's out the bag. Pun intended. Lisa said The Art of Seduction. Dangerous book for sure. Dangerous book. Shout out to Lisa. Chat 333. Everybody following in. Dangerous book. But yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things, man. It's definitely one of those things. It's unfortunate though, because it's masculinity entails two things, right? Dominance and assertiveness. Or leadership, dominance, you know, you can couple that in. Leadership, dominance, assertiveness. It's almost like now, because of a lot of reasons that are outside of our control, the women in this part of the world do exhibit somewhat more masculinity than the women of yesteryear. Men who claim to be masculine, they can't be masculine leader only or masculine dominant only. They'd have to have the assertiveness trait. If they don't have the assertiveness, they can't. And that's why I think a lot of women, I'm cracking this code in real time right now. I'm just thinking through this out loud. Follow me, chat. If a man nowadays, if we accept that women have become a bit more masculine than the women of yesteryear, not just saying they straight up dudes, but they're a little hard, okay? If we just be real about that, for a man to get her to be feminine, which is what I think women are always articulating when they say, well, once I feel ... or once he gets to the point where I can see that he's this and that, then I can be more feminine, this, that, and the third. I think that a man has to get into his assertiveness bag. You fellas, what I'm saying to y'all in plain English is you got to be a bit of an asshole a little bit to tame that independent monster that they become when they spend all that time single. I don't think being chill, like too cool for school, I don't know if you're gonna be able to, what y'all say, ladies, handle the modern woman. If you just lay, like, you gonna have to get off that cool shit and tell her, hey, stop all that. Hey, we not doing that. You might have to get a little, you feel me? Like, you can't listen. You no longer can tell her to eat the cake. But understand that eat the cake was not a request. Eat the cake was not a request.
Classic.
You can no longer manage the way that the great Ike Turner did. You can no longer do that. but understand that it was an effective method. Walt, what up, Walt? Welcome to chat 333. I never seen you in here before. Welcome, Walt. Everybody dump them threes in the chat for Walt, everybody. 333 for Walt. We got somebody new to the gang. Welcome to chat 333. You much appreciated. Yes,
I'm only
Lord.
gonna do this once.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. We show love around here, man. I appreciate you. He said facts. But yeah. Lisa said the manual to manipulation. Yeah, the art of seduction is definitely the manual to manipulation. Look at them threes. Look at them threes, man. We got love in the chat, man. We got love in the chat. I appreciate y'all, chat. Showing some love. Tez in there. He said it wasn't a suggestion when he said it. Eat the cake was not a suggestion. It was not a suggestion. One of the greatest black managers of all time.
Classic.
Eat the cake was not a suggestion. Miles Bassett said 3 and a third. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Show them some love. Make sure you subscribe. Everybody smash the like button. I need them likes up. They free, no charge. The super chat is open for those that want to spend, but we don't have to. So yeah, I think we coming to the conclusion here, man. That's it's kind of interesting, and it kind of ties in with the conversation that I had in regards to men, black men in particular, no longer having leadership over their households, and I think it kind of all is in the same pot of stew, with the manipulation that men, aren't circumventing because they have a lack of assertiveness. And then, it's a lot going on. There's a lot of moving parts to this. I damn near need to drop the link. Somebody need to join me to break this one down. But we're going to move forward. We got more segment to get to. And I actually want to have some fun with y'all today because I'm putting myself on the chopping block. So we're going to move off of this one. Let me give this podcast and this TikTok page their just due real quick. This is BTTS Podcast, all right? They're at 81.8K followers on TikTok. Y'all can tap in with them there if y'all want to absorb their content in a short format like the video that we just covered, or you can just tap in with them on the YouTube space and catch all their episodes in full. But it seems as though they have great content and great conversations, and so tap in with the BTTS Podcast for sure. I appreciate them being, a beacon of content for the day. Already. All right, y'all, let's move. So look, today we going into the classic Friday bars. And what we going to do is I got a treat for y'all. All right, I'm going to put myself on the chopping block. We actually are going to review one of my freestyles. And we're going to rate it on a 1 to 5. So the chat going to get to live their truth today. Y'all can keep it real with the host. I'm a big boy. I'll be okay. I promise you guys. But yeah, we're gonna do one of my freestyles. I picked out. These are all on my channel, by the way. These are all on my channel. But I just went to my YouTube and picked one out, and I was like, all right, we gonna rate this one for the Friday Classic Bars, and see what the chat got to say. We gonna rate it on the 1 to 5. Y'all know how we do it. 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest, right? And you come up with your own criteria. You come up with your own criteria as to why you giving it the number you give it. Yes, here for the people that are here for the first time, we do use decimals. You can give it a 3.3, a 4.2, whatever you want to do. All right, and we're gonna talk about it, chat. So this is from one of my B class live sessions. Like I said, all of these are on my YouTube, so you can tap in with them. This is live session number 3. Let's go. Yo, I'm B class. This is my live session. There ain't no tomorrow. There ain't no tomorrow. Elite level. Tomorrow don't exist yet. Yesterday ain't coming back. So what you gonna do right now to try to change where you at? I ain't gonna tell you how I feel. I'ma just tell you the facts. I'ma work towards the future so I can have a beautiful past. Let's get it. Beautiful legend. Only the truth of my reference. Heat up the booth with my presence. Touch your soul, my message. Birds of a feather flock together. So why these losers hit present? I used to hog up the basketball court. I can't let you shoot for a second. Don't know how long it's gonna take to make it, but boy, I'ma shoot for a second. My OGs used to give me lessons. Let me holler at you for a second. Told me choose your words wisely. Watch what you manifested. I learned about manifestation. That was the biggest blessing. I spoke it, I got it, I have it. Damn, it gotta be magic. My screensaver about to happen. My bucket list need a back end. This sprinter too big, got a back end. Need a golf cart to check the mail. I am offended when people surprised that I'm winning as if I was ever gonna fail. As if I was ever gonna quit.
As if these bars ain't legit. As if I wasn't a star and I'm making no clown, but I always been it. My lady wasn't always popular, but believe she always been thick. And cute too with a cool move, fly as hell with them childbearing hips. I treat myself like a superstar, move like a lottery pick. I ain't really good at nothing else, so I'm knowing it gotta be this. I'm a scrape, scratch, and I'm a claw. Carefully master the inches. To get doors to start opening up, you gotta learn locks and hinges. Tomorrow don't exist yet, yesterday ain't coming back. So what you gonna do right now to try to change where you at? I ain't gonna tell you how I feel, I'ma just tell you the facts. I'ma work towards the future, so I can have a beautiful past. Looking back, there ain't no tomorrow. Classic.
All right, chat. Talk to me, chat. Talk to me, chat. Do I need to run it back? Tez down said a 4.5. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. He said on point. Give me a breakdown. Why I get a 4.5?
Classic.
What was strong? What was weak? Why I didn't get a whole 5? Why I didn't get a low 4? Why I didn't get a low score? Give me some elaboration. Joe Jet said fire. Build up from a smooth, slow flow to a boom bap while having swag blending with wisdom. Hey, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Appreciate it, Joe. Put a number on it, though. Put a number on it, though. I need the honest critique today. Absolute 5. Let's get it. Let's get it.
We're gonna do this once.
Hey, we don't normally do this now. I'm out here. She said play again. Look. She ain't get a good listen. Hey, I'll play everybody else shit 3, 4, 5 times. Why not me, right? Why not me? Let's run it again. All right, chat. Here we go. Rate on the 1 to 5. This Friday Classic Bar segment. Today I'm reviewing myself. So y'all go ahead and give it a rating. I'm gonna give my honest rating after all of y'all go. I'm gonna rate this myself as well. So y'all can see my personal critique. Mind you, this is an actual freestyle. This isn't pre-recorded, and I'm not just up there mimicking the words. This is me rapping it in a one-take format. So this is an actual freestyle over this beat. Let's go.
Yo, I'm B-Class. This is my live session. There ain't no tomorrow. There ain't no tomorrow. Elite level. Tomorrow don't exist yet. Yesterday ain't coming back. So what you gonna do right now to try to change where you at? I ain't gonna tell you how I feel, I'ma just tell you the facts. I'ma work towards the future, so I can have a beautiful past. Let's get it, beautiful legend. Only the truth of my reference. Heat up the booth with my presence. Touch your soul, my message. Birds of a feather flock together, so why these losers hit present? I used to hog up the basketball court, I can't let you shoot for a second. Don't know how long it's gonna take to make it, but boy, I'ma shoot for a second. My OGs used to give me lessons, let me holler at you for a second. Told me choose your words wisely, watch what you manifested. I learned about manifestation, that was the biggest blessing. I spoke it, I got it, I have it. Damn, it gotta be magic. My screensaver about to happen. My bucket list need a back end. This sprinter too big, got a back end. Need a golf cart to check the mail. I am offended when people surprised that I'm winning, as if I was ever gonna fail. As if I was ever gonna quit. As if these bars ain't legit. As if I wasn't a star and I'm making no clown, but I always been it. My lady wasn't always popular, but believe she always been thick. And cute too with a cool move, fly as hell with them childbearing hips. I treat myself like a superstar, move like a lottery pick. I ain't really good at nothing else, so I'm knowing it gotta be this. I'm a scrape, scratch, and I'm a claw. Carefully master the inches. To get doors to start opening up, you gotta learn locks and hinges. Tomorrow don't exist yet, yesterday ain't coming back. So what you gonna do right now to try to change where you at? I ain't gonna tell you how I feel, I'ma just tell you the facts. I'ma work towards the future, so I can have a beautiful past. Looking back, there ain't no tomorrow. Classic.
All right, y'all. What y'all think, chat? Talk to me. Talk to me. What we got? What we got in the chat? Mal said, I'm going to be honest. He said, this is what hip-hop is missing. 5. My brother. That mean a lot, man. That mean a lot, man. So we got 5. We got a 5. We got a 4.5. Talk to me, chat. Rate on a 1 to 5. I'm not here to stroke my ego. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Jay Zilla said a simple classic. 333.
Classic.
What, we gonna add that up to 9, Jay Zilla? No, I'll just fuck it with you. Give me a number, though. Give me a number. She talking about play again. Play again. I see what's happening. There's some finesse going on. Talking about play again. Play again. Hold on. What we? Hey. Super chat. Hold on. Skip the line.
Classic.
Come on, Joe Jet.
We're gonna do this once.
Yes, Lord. Bread flowing, money showing. Let's go. Joe Jet said, storytelling mixed with punchlines, rare ability, give great replay value. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. He said, real rap raw. She said, play it again. Let's do it. We're going to do it one more time. But listen, let me come right back to StreamYard. It's tripping again on my my screen. 1 second, chat. Here we go. 1 second. All right. Sorry for the brief interruption, chat. We got some technical difficulties. I'm gonna have to hit support because it's been like 3 days. They gotta fix that. Miles Bassett said you didn't rely on the beat. Could have been a cappella. Gratitude. Appreciate it. It's refreshing hearing flow without swear words. 5. People usually don't realize that I don't swear in my rap. That's kind of crazy. Gratitude.
Classic.
Your ears off, Rain. Normally take people some time to realize that. 5. I got a 5. Okay. The tears down. Didn't even need the beat. Damn. All right. Gratitude. Hey, listen. Appreciate y'all.
I'm gonna do this once.
Appreciate y'all, chat.
Yeah.
Real talk. Real talk. It's a lot. Hey, it's still a lot of people that you know from around the way that think I suck. You know what I mean? not the ones that actually showed up. You see how that work? Ain't that shit crazy?
Classic.
Just said storytelling mixed with punchlines, rare ability gives great replay value. I had to read that again for the super chat. I appreciate it, my brother. Joe Jet, my dog, man. But we did get a request for a replay, and you know, the request shall be granted. Let's run it one more time, chat. Let's run it one more time for the road. This is the artist formerly known as B Class. Y'all now know him as Classic. Let's go. Hold on. Let me get the right screen. There we go. Let's get it.
Yo, I'm B Class. This my live session. There ain't no tomorrow. There ain't no tomorrow. Elite level. Tomorrow don't exist yet. Yesterday ain't coming back. So what you gonna do right now to try to change where you at? I ain't gonna tell you how I feel. I'ma just tell you the facts. I'ma work towards the future so I can have a beautiful past. Let's get it. Beautiful legend. Only the truth of my reference. Heat up the booth with my presence. Touch your soul, my message. Birds of a feather flock together. So why these losers hit present? I used to hog up the basketball court. I can't let you shoot for a second. Don't know how long it's gonna take to make it, but boy, I'ma shoot for a second. My OGs used to give me lessons. Let me holler at you for a second. Told me choose your words wisely. Watch what you manifested. I learned about manifestation. That was the biggest blessing. I spoke it, I got it, I have it. Damn, it gotta be magic. My screensaver about to happen. My bucket list need a back end. This sprinter too big, got a back end. Need a golf cart to check the mail. I am offended when people surprised that I'm winning, as if I was ever gonna fail. As if I was ever gonna quit. As if these bars ain't legit. As if I wasn't a star in the making, no clown, but I always been lit. My lady wasn't always popular, but believe she always been thick. And cute too, with a cool move, flash head with them childbearing hips. I treat myself like a superstar, move like a lottery pick. I ain't really good at nothing else, so I'm knowing it gotta be this. I'm a scrape, scratch, and I'm a claw. Carefully master the inches. To get doors to start opening up, you gotta learn locks and hinges. Tomorrow don't exist yet. Yesterday ain't coming back. So what you gonna do right now to try to change where you at? I ain't gonna tell you how I feel. I'ma just tell you the facts. I'ma work towards the future so I can have a beautiful past. Looking back, there ain't no tomorrow.
Classic.
Yes, Lord. That was the artist formerly known as B Class. Y'all now know him as Classic. I appreciate it. So it looked like officially, chat, me and last week's person are the top two out of since we started the Friday Classic bars. Rate them on 1 to 5. Where to download that? You could actually rip this right off of YouTube. You can rip it off of YouTube. She talking about, did I get a rating from you? Can I get a rating? Lisa, can I get a rating? Is there a rating? What is this? What is that? What is that? She laughing. What is that? Didn't even need the beat. We appreciate it. So it looked like I got an average of a 5.
Classic.
I appreciate it, man. Don't be telling. Hey, listen, y'all. Listen, chat. Be honest now. Don't just be saying it because it's me now. Don't be saying it because it's me. But honestly, I appreciate that, man. I put a lot of hours into being an artist, and so you know, I'm aware of how I sound and stuff like that, and so I try to be modest about, you know, what's going on. But I put a lot of hours into being that way with the craft and shit like that. So I'm grateful that y'all, you know, approve of what I've become, you know, as an artist and shit like that. Sincerely.
Classic.
For sure. All right, let's move. So we got a code language. Today. The code language for today is Trailblazer. All right. So like we always do with the code language conversation, we're gonna look up We're gonna look up the definition or the overview of it, and then we're gonna go from there, okay? Hold on. Okay, a trailblazer is a person who's the first to do something, whether it's marking a new path through the woods or discovering a cure for cancer. A literal trailblazer blazes or marks trails in the wilderness. All right. So today the term is trailblazer. We talking about, oh, she said this is a 5. Thank you so much. Thank you for actually putting a number on it. Thank you for putting a number on it. So a trailblazer is actually somebody, you know, like I said, the first one over the hill, right? The first one through the woods, the first one to track it out, the person who's going to be the first to find out if there is danger afoot, the person who, you know, has to be adept at handling handling unforeseeable circumstances on the fly, surviving them, and then being able to trek back and let people know where to go, right? The map makers, the Dora the Explorers of the world, right? People who go on expeditions, if you will. This applies to more than just tracking things in the wilderness, right? This applies to people who are carving out a new path in business ventures, right? People who are creating literal new products, carving out, you know, new niches within industries that have existed. These are all trailblazers. These are people who come up with ideas that if you tell someone else about them initially, you know, they may think that you're crazy or you're on a blank mission, so to speak, because it's never been done, never been heard of. Nobody thought of it, or maybe nobody attempted to execute it, or nobody attempted to execute it successfully. And so you being a trailblazer, there's a lot of cons that come with the pros. Being a pro, I mean, some of the pros could be, you know, the credit that you receive, or maybe that you receive after you're the first person to do something. That could be a pro. Make sure everybody's smashing the like button. I appreciate everybody fouling in today. Welcome to the Classic Codes. For all the new faces that are not active in the chat, people that's on the move, whatever your reasons, no worries. I'm here to go one on nobody. But make sure everybody tap that like button on the way through. I much appreciate y'all. Much appreciate y'all. Chat 333, the best on all streaming platforms. It's not debatable. But yeah, we talking about trailblazers, man. The people who blaze trails, is pros and cons, but a lot of the cons actually come from within your inner circle, within your network, within your web, right? You have folks who will bring up the fallout of your idea as the first thing when you come with an idea. Yo, I'm thinking about writing a book. Well, do you have time to write a book? I mean, realistically, how are you gonna? They start thinking about all the reasons why you shouldn't, can't, may not want to, why it's gonna be hard, level of difficulty. Those people are the people you shouldn't be sharing ideas with. But aside from that, like being a trailblazer, you got to learn that you have to learn that oftentimes it's going to involve going alone. A lot of times it's going to involve going alone. Like whatever that journey is, it's your idea. That's your baby. It's in your brain. You trying to manifest it. You prayed about it. It's within your gut. It's in your spirit. It's your desire. You can't expect other people to understand what you're trying to do, to agree with what you're trying to do, or to have the optimism about what it is that you're trying to do that you have initially. But once you find water and come back and say, hey, I found water. I marked the path we could take. There was no wolves, no bears. We can get to the water and we could bring some back safely. I made it. I did it. I found it. Once you do that and you come back and tell everybody, hey, I got the recipe. I tried it. It's good. We good. Then all of a sudden, everybody has an epiphany. Everybody's eyes are open. But for the trailblazer, it's going to be just you for a little while, believing in whatever that is, or thinking that the journey is worth it. You see what I'm saying? So for the trailblazers out there, for the people who trying to blaze trails, for the person with that business idea that they trying to get going, right? For the person with that invention that they want to do, for the person with that new marketing scheme that they want to give a shot. but they being told by so-called experts or their mentors that why try that when we have a working formula that's worked for this long and this, that, and the third. People who break the working formula that's been working for this long are the new trailblazers. You see what I'm saying? Here you go. He come in choosing violence, chat. Souls of Thought said, gonna have to catch the replay tonight during my cardio. 333. Welcome, man. I'm glad you're here, though, bro. He said, classic dress for the streets tonight. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. He come in. See, the chat gonna act up every time. The chat gonna act up.
Natural born crash dummy. And he go crash out. He go crash out.
They gonna act up every time, man. The chat gonna act a fool every time, man. That's why it's best not to announce your plan. Just do it and be successful. That's facts too. That's facts too. But I'll tell you something though, man. I'll tell you something. There's pros and cons to that too. When you a person who come up with an idea or you on a path or you trying to do something that maybe a whole bunch of people around you have good reason not to believe is feasible or possible, right? But you see it. And that's truly all that matters, right? But when you announce it and then you receive the doubt that you receive, or you receive the indifference, or you receive the uncertainty, or you receive the so-called constructive criticism, sometimes that could be the fuel and the fire that you weaponize. Shout out to the Code Language Weaponize. Y'all go check that out on the Code Language playlist. But sometimes if you weaponize properly, that could be everything you need to keep that big chip on your shoulder to carry you through them days where you don't feel like it, or carry you through that time where the business just hasn't become profitable yet, and you just really trying your hardest. And but them motherfuckers that said you couldn't do it, they can't win. The ones that told me that the way I'm going about it is not a proven way. It's my job. I gotta prove it.
Gonna do this once.
Sometimes oversharing and receiving that negativity. If you take that and transmute the energy, Code Language yesterday was energy transmutation. If you take that and transmute the energy, you'll never need to listen to another motivational speaker again.
Yeah.
You would never have to listen to Eric. Shout out to all the motivational speakers. First off, I follow plenty of them, but respectfully, I don't need them. I'm a self-motivated person. I just like what they do. You know what I'm saying? But I don't need them. To me, I'm the best motivational speaker I know. To me.
Classic.
But shout out to all of them. But if you learn how to transmute the energy, you see what I'm saying? Sometimes when you share and people hit you with that shit ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? When they hit you with that, man, listen, that shit'll have you grinding for 15 years just to swing back and look them in their eyes. Look them in their eyes. Pulling up in that yeah. House looking like yeah. Outfit looking like yeah. Cologne smelling like yeah. Jewelry on yeah. And you just look them in their eyes. And they still living where they was living. They still doing what they was doing. They still working where they was working. And all that. When we was working together and you was telling me it wasn't going to work, you stay here and you still working. And ain't nothing wrong with a day job. You stay here, you still working. You didn't want to take a shot. That's okay. Taking a shot, that's not for everybody. That's cool. But you shamed me. I shared my idea with you and you shamed me. I told you I was trying to blaze a trail and you didn't believe in me. So I got to come back and look you in your face. I got to come back and look you right in your face. Every time I wanted to quit, I thought about you. See, that's some energy transmutation for your ass.
Classic.
Yeah. No. I got no. When them push-ups start hurting real bad and you shaking like a damn dancer, you know what I'm saying? No Diddy, you shaking like a dancer because them push-ups hurting real bad, and then you land in the flow feeling like you ain't got no more strength. And you think about everybody that said you couldn't, or all the ones that kind of turned their head sideways when they looking at you like this. When you was talking about your idea, they looking at you like, you know what I'm saying? They was there. You know how black folk get. You know how black, yeah, all of them. I got Timmo. I got Timmo, coach. Ain't no, No, they can't win,
I'm
folks.
only gonna do this once.
I gotta prove them wrong on the way to proving myself right. And that's for anybody that this apply to. So for the trailblazers out there, just understand, blazing the trail, it ain't easy. It is definitely the path less taken. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you all the way the truth. I'm gonna let you know. This shit real. Miles Bachelor said that's why it's best not to. Oh, we said that one. 100% true. Some are motivated to prove people wrong. Absolutely. You got to weaponize. Walt, man, you still with us? What my dog? 5. He said 5. Yeah. Hey, appreciate you, Walt. The tears down said got to. Yep. Mama V, what up? 333. What up, Mama V? She showed up and she stayed. Shout at Mama V. Miles Bachelor said, I'm the most in shape gray beard in the gym. Hey, shout out to you for that. He said, I'm the most in shape gray beard in the gym. I know what that come with, Miles. You ain't got to say nothing. Yeah, Miles. I know what that salt and pepper beard with the big shoulders. I know what that gets you in the gym. I worked in the gym for 3 years. I know the amenities that come with that, Miles. Yeah. Jay Zilla, the go button for sale tonight. What's for sale tonight? The book for sale tonight? The hard copy of the book for sale. Make it clear, Jay Zilla. We'll let the whole chat know right now. Do we have a big announcement? He said the go button for sale tonight. Drop that link in the chat. Let's do it. You know we rocking with you, dog. Classic. But yeah, man, to all my trailblazers, I hope this is informational for you. I hope it's useful for you. I hope you understand that whatever route you go, whether you want to share your ideas because you're excited about it, when you receive that weirdo ass energy, take that shit and keep it with you. Put it in your kill jar, your mental kill jar. Because it's going to get tough. Trying to blaze a trail, it get tough. You see what I'm saying? So when you on that route and you going to have your times, think about them. Think about the time where they told you it was going to be too hard for you to do. And that's when you're going to find that you got just a little bit more left. I know what Maxwell say. I know you got a little life in you left. I ain't going to try to go up that high. You know what I'm saying? But he said, I know you got a little life in you left. But yeah, man, that's the Trailblazers. That's the code language for the day. All right, let's get it popping. Everybody in here, everybody getting talkative. It took y'all a second. Y'all showed up late. I got a few minutes, man. It's Friday. I got time for chat Q&A. You know what I mean? We could do some chat Q&A. Y'all shoot some questions, topics, whatever it is y'all want to talk about. Because
yeah, I got time, cuz.
You know what I'm saying? For sure. Holla at me, chat. What we doing? What we talking about? Let's get it.
Fighting out of the southpaw stance.
Talk to me, chat.
6'2", 190 pounds. I give you, well, I'm made different. I work too hard. Ain't no way I ain't getting paid different.
Talk to me, chat. 333.
This was strictly for my homies that was brave with me. You can't come in with me now if you ain't came with me. Skull looking at you side eye if you ain't with real life. I seen a couple people try and it ain't in pretty. I only keep the people around that stood on 10 with me. And if they start to stand on 9, that's where it end with me. It can end quickly. In the way I level up, I make them spin differently. I should start a foundation. They be make-a-wishing me. I got these hoes in the fringe. They can't seem to get to me. Babe, I done mastered discipline. It take more than booty cheeks. Need a little more conversation, cause I still be trying to see. I be listening with my eyes. Yeah, I still be trying to see. I be moving like the prize. You can't find another me. Let's get focused.
Let's get focused. What we doing, chat? Anybody got a question, topic, anything for chat Q&A? I know when y'all send chats, it's a slight delay, so I'll give it a minute. Like I said, I got time. I'm sure somebody coming with a question or a topic of discussion.
Classic.
Yes, Lord. Y'all keeping up with the WNBA playoffs? Man, listen, I had thought the Dream, I ain't bet on it, but I had predicted that the Dream was going to be the team. Said merch. I am supposed to be bringing y'all merch, man. I'm trying to decide how I want to do it. So I got shirts designed for drop shipping, right? But I kind of want to do bulk ordering and send them out to y'all personally and whatnot. So I'm kind of torn in between the two. But merch is definitely coming, Miles. And I'm glad you said something to keep the fire lit because I have been putting that shit on the back burner. I'm going to hold myself accountable in public, Miles.
Classic.
I'm a hold myself accountable in public. I have put the merch on the back burner because I definitely told y'all merch was coming. I definitely did. And it was up for a minute too. And it wasn't moving. But then like life works, as soon as I pulled the site down, Everybody wanted merch. You know how it go. Jay Zilla said, I have the demo copy and do a public reading of the intro here. Maybe I can send Classic a demo copy to read the forward. Yeah, man, let's do it. Hey, where can I buy it? Tell us where we can spend our money with you, Jay Zilla. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Tell Chat 333 where we can buy your book and spend our money with you. You literally constructed the outline of the book on one of my live streams in the chat, bro. So we here and we waiting on you. We just need a link and a price, dog.
Classic.
That's it. We'll be getting a hard copy. Let's get it. Just let us know. We appreciate the update because we all been waiting. Ted said he getting a hard copy. We waiting on you, dog. That's it. That's all. We got avid readers in this chat. This is the educated chat. That's why I told y'all we the most lethal chat on all platforms. We'll pull up 10 deep and run everybody off a 2,000 member chat. Easy.
I'm only gonna do this once.
Easy. Chat 333 not to be played with. Mama V said, I need the hardcover. You see what I'm saying, Jay Zilla? Get us right now. We gonna wait. We gonna wait. Get it right. Don't rush. Get it right. We gonna wait, but as soon as it's ready, we taking them hot off the press.
Classic.
We gonna get you situated. For sure, for sure. Anything else for chat Q&A? Talk to me, chat. I'm here, man. Y'all been waiting on me all week. I done pulled up. Today I got time, cuz. We reading books in this bitch. On God, we reading books. For sure, we reading books. They tried to hide the truth. We found out where it's at. Oh, y'all put it in the literature. Y'all put it in the literature. Say nothing. Say nothing. We gonna go get it. For sure, for sure. So what my dog Souls the thought at, man? He always got a question. Ted's been quiet in the chat today. He chatted out. Ted's just chatted out. Shout out to Ted's Down, too. If y'all ain't tapped into the Ted's Down, you know what I'm saying? He got a dope-ass morning show. He be going live like 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, so depending on where you live, it's like early afternoon for you. But he got a dope-ass morning show covering sports unfiltered and society uncensored. I forget the slogan, Tez. Forgive me, Lord. Forgive me, Lord. Control. He said control the topic. Oh, we talked about control already, Tez. You trying to revisit it? Ask me a question, bro. You know we talked about it. Mama V said, Tez, fire. Yeah, that live stream was hitting today, dog. I only caught like half of it, though. I had to go get my hair retwisted. Oh, yeah, if y'all in Chicago this Sunday, I'm performing at Vic Theater. It's an artist named Prof. Y'all should go check him out. He's a rapper. He's an independent artist. He been touring for many years. But it's an artist named Prof. He on tour. He coming to Chicago to the Vic Theater in Chicago this Sunday. I'll be making a cameo appearance on his tour this Sunday. So if y'all got time and y'all in the area, y'all want to listen to some independent rap or some independent hip hop, pull up to the Vic Theater in Chicago. You know what I mean? And y'all can catch me doing a couple of tunes. One of my dogs from back in the day is actually Prof's DJ. And so, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tap in and go show some love to Prof, go show some love to DJ Willie Wonka. You know what I mean? And we gonna have a ball. I'm gonna step out on stage and give y'all, you know, I'll die up there for the fans. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna step out on stage, give it all the energy that I have, and we're gonna have a good ass time for sure. For sure. Up at the Vic Theater. Those twists are fire. Gratitude. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it. I had to go, you know what I'm saying? I had to go rearrange my situation. It was getting rough. It was getting rough, chat.
I'm only gonna do this once.
Thank you, Mama V. I appreciate you though. Yeah, so if y'all in Chicago, if y'all in the land, man, I'll be at Vic Theater this Sunday. If anybody want to pull up on me in person, I'll be at Vic Theater. You know what I'm saying? Probably catching the scores of the Sunday night game. And, you know, once I get off stage, probably be, you know, on side stage, catching the scores of the Sunday night game. We're going to make something happen. Chat, I'm not going for this shit, chat. I'm not going for this. I got to hold y'all accountable. I held myself accountable already. I got the best chat on all streaming platforms. We've been sitting on chat Q&A for 5 minutes. Straight up. One of y'all got a topic. I'm not doing that. We just talked about how we reading books, all these interesting people, and y'all gonna stall out on chat Q&A on a Friday.
Classic.
Do I have to do this with y'all, chat? We gonna get into it today?
Today I got time, cuz.
Sometimes you just gotta crash on that.
Somebody, come on. I don't care, man. Ask me my zodiac sign. Y'all better come with something for chat Q&A. I'm not getting off till somebody say something. And I ain't playing the music again. That's kind of crazy. Pull up the segment from Tears Down today. Which segment though, bro? That's not a problem. Which segment? Because I missed like half, so you'll have to tell me if it was like the beginning half of the show. Because I definitely missed like half. The Tears Down. Talk to me, man. I got it pulled up now, Tez, but you got to just let me know which segment you want me to pull up, though. You said the control segment. I bet. It's towards the end. Oh, yeah, I was in there for that. I bet. Give me a second. I got you. Yeah, somebody going to tell me something. We gonna do something for chat Q&A. That's dead. We not going to do that. I did all this bragging on the chat. Y'all going to act like y'all ain't got nothing for Q&A. That's kind of crazy. Here we go. Hold on. All right, here we go.
Yeah,
I wish that's Shallow Hal.
Oh yeah, Shallow Hal. Yeah, Shallow Hal is a movie. Souls of Thought.
Kevin Gates is a good example.
The early Kevin Gates. What you mean? Like fresh out of jail, Kevin Gates?
I gotta go look at it.
Yeah, because he was like 300 pounds back then. Not a thick neck.
All right, y'all. So Tears Down reviewed my Queen Code panel from yesterday, right? So he reviewed my Queen Code panel from yesterday on today's show of the Tears Down, and he went over the segment where we had a little bit of a debate in regards to the concept of control. And Tez added his feedback on it too. He was in the chat live, but he also added on it today too. So we're gonna tap into some of this conversation and revisit a little bit of this. Let's go.
Big Boy is 5'6", 188. Big Boy from Outkast. Souls of Thought said size matters. Note 600.
Souls took about 8,000 notes last night, y'all. He didn't miss a beat.
Tristan said a used car is crazy. Just said if you got the money, you can wear those anime Hawaiian shirts. She'll be like, yeah, that's my man. Hey, the Ted Down said, what's wrong with my anime Hawaiian shirts? Souls of Thought said, Janice and Ray, classic, let's sign them up. HR, April, get the NDAs ready. Right. This has been amazing. Mama V, you back? Hey, we appreciate you, Mama V.
Mama V.
Hey, I appreciate you. Let me go back to it. She said, I've heard, would you rather cry in a Malibu or a Porsche? And she's speaking, look. Just if you got the money, you could do anything. They'll complain, but they ain't going nowhere. Mama V said, not the pinky. Yeah, no, that wasn't
we gonna let
this man knows where he's going, what he wants to do. He's laying out everything and he knows the mission. I can follow that man because I do believe that he is stable. I do believe that he is a leader. But some of them will front like they're leaders, and then all of a sudden they sitting on the couch waiting for you to cook dinner, and they ain't moving, and they don't want to go to their job or nothing like that.
They lied on their resume, Janice. And a leader knows how to make a woman's life easier.
I was gonna let y'all get away with this. I was, but
sometimes you just gotta crash on that.
Hey, I was gonna let them cook, but I couldn't, chat. My brain is fried by Friday afternoon. Long ass week, normally more vocal. You all good, Miles, man. Tez came through with the save. I'm gonna have some fun with this shit right here. If a man is walking, he walking, right? He on his path, he on his journey, whatever it is, he on it. He walking. He meets you, and you start walking behind him. Is he leading you? You see how they got stuck, chat? Y'all ever seen 3 women speechless like that? Y'all ever seen that before, chat? Hey, yesterday I performed a miracle.
Classic.
Yeah. Yesterday I performed a miracle. I got 3 women to be silent simultaneously without saying shut up.
Classic.
Not that shut up works, because shut up don't even work. But did you see how quiet it got? You could have heard a cockroach take a shit in there. Hey, listen. Hey, Silence.
Yeah, fuck y'all up. If he already on a journey before he meets you, he on a path. He whatever he doing, he doing.
We walking
He
the
meet you.
same path. We walking in the same direction. That's how we met.
So
So
it's a
we
two-
were
so it's a
already
two-lane road.
walking in the same direction, and we just happened to look over and be like, "Hey, how you doing? I don't like how you look. Let's talk some more." Okay, but we were going in the same direction. We crossed paths some way somehow. And it's not necessarily about meeting. You might meet somebody at a crossroads, and y'all might walk together in y'all separate paths.
Took him a minute to
Parallel.
formulate
That's
that
what
one,
it's
didn't it?
supposed to be to me.
So
Parallel.
let me follow you. Follow me. I'm gonna follow you. So you going this way. You going this way. He going this way. Y'all meet at the crossroads, right?
Mm-hmm.
You saying you gonna make a turn from the right to the right and start driving next to him until you see his driving skills is good. Then you'll be willing to let him pull ahead and get behind him. He got to show you something first.
No, we stopped when we stopped when we met and we had a chit chat and we got to know each other. That's when you make the decision. That's when you make the decision.
What's up, chat? How y'all feel about this? This was so interesting to me. I really appreciate. Shout out to Janice one more time because she brought some perspective. I'm talking about. Wait till she answer this fork in the road question, y'all. Never heard this. I've asked many women this question. Never heard it answered this way. And I'm always here for a unique perspective.
Are you going to turn or are you going to go straight? Because maybe, just maybe, that turn is a more aggressive shortcut to your path. And they seem to know a shortcut. You never know. Y'all could be perpendicular right then. Or, you want to talk about a graph? We got hyperboles doing all kinds of weird stuff and everything. So you never know. Yeah, perpendicular today, parallel tomorrow, zigzagging the next day. You never know.
Yep. Hey, fellas, y'all know my job on the Queen Code. My job just to host. Hey, y'all hear it? Welcome to 2025. You know what I'm saying? Welcome. We have arrived. Classic. Whatever that means to you.
Mama B in the chat.
Let me go to the chat. Let me go because we got a lot going on. Oh man. So let me start with where was your question at? Let's see.
Jay Zilla said the silence speaks to how we not about to listen to any other ideas but the beehive. That's crazy. You think that they froze me out, Jay Zilla?
Classic said any man can lead a devoted follower.
Yeah, I did. I said that in the chat today. Any man can lead a devoted follower.
I think there's evidence that this is true.
Yeah. Yeah.
So was passionate about how she explained things. Oh, definitely. I like how devoted to the panel all of the panelists last night were. A lot of times in these panels, you don't see people that are devoted to the panel. They're worried about their hair. They're worried about their clothes. They're worried about their jewelry, their glasses on their face, all types of stuff going on. They're worried about even the lighting. This panel was engaged. This panel was devoted to, they listened to each other. There wasn't a lot of talking over each other. She said she was so passionate. Yeah, I figured. But yeah, like they were engaging. This was an engaging podcast last night. It was an engaging podcast, and it covered a wide range of things, but also the real emotion that people are getting when these topics of conversation are brought up. And there are a lot of people in the world. There are a lot of people in the world that question why anybody would talk about these things publicly or take an hour and a half, 2 hours out of their day to talk about these types of things. But that's because we're not talking about them in private. Most of us, without a platform, without the benefit of technology, are sitting at home working on our crafts by ourselves. And we do this day in and we do this day out. So being able to have an open dialogue with people that otherwise don't have time to hang out with you, I'm glad that we have spaces like this that we could communicate in, because I probably wouldn't be talking to too many people otherwise. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
Me too, Tez. I'm grateful too, man.
Participant on the panel, Saw Brain, said it was great. She enjoyed it.
Yeah.
What do you say, Dale? Okay, right. Well, I'm trying to go back to what the question was, because that's where everything else was. Let me see. Damn, y'all chatting today. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to chat 333. He said, Rain, you almost had it. LOL, double talking. Then correct me if I'm wrong. Said, damn, Rain, way to kill the vibe.
My apologies.
Ray, you was doing so well. Just let it close on the past notes. The Tez down, undisputed double talk world champion in 2 divisions. Soft Rain, an undisputed champ of the world.
Fighting out of the southpaw stance.
Oh God, hey, that's crazy. He gave her the belt. I feel you though, aka put on Sunday's best in my car. Mama V, some men like dominant women.
We went over that on the
Correct me if I'm Of course, she would choose a dictator to make an example out of. The tears down.
Frame this.
You cannot hold on. Am I blipping?
You gotta read it.
Am I blipping? Wait.
If a man decides,
all right, here we go. It's about to go left. So the question was, no, there was a comment that said, wait, hold on. Let me go back a second.
It's in my car. Mama V, some men like dominant women.
We went over that on
Correct me if I'm Of course, she would choose a dictator to make an example out of. The tears down. I like to dominate a dominant woman. Mama V said you cannot submit to a man who's not willing to give up control.
Here we go, chat.
I said it, and I'm gonna double down on it too. I do.
They say what? You cannot submit to a man who is not willing to give up control.
True. I understand that statement.
You cannot. Hold on. Am I blipping?
You gotta read it.
Am I blipping? Wait.
If a man decides,
yeah, the statement was you cannot submit to a man who is unwilling to give up control. I read that shit like 3 times in a row because I thought there was a typo. But let's see how this conversation went.
Decides that he.
Wait. Soft rain. Soft rain. Frame this for me, please, and thank you. I asked nicely, but it also wasn't a suggestion.
Eat the cake wasn't a suggestion. Eat the cake wasn't.
I have been asking the question for the last 2 weeks. Is the sisterhood dead? I haven't given much of my opinion on it because I don't really have one, but enlighten me. Did you feel a sense of sisterhood with women that you've never met? With women that you had a conversation with for 2 hours, that were in different cities, in different time zones, in different states, with different forms of media projection. Some people were on laptops, some were in their own studio, as you saw with the boom mic that was dragged down by Ray, in your own studio setup yourself. Is the sisterhood dead? It looks like it's not. Is that a code that has been cracked on the Test Down podcast via the vehicle of the classic codes? It's not even just a vehicle anymore. It's Starship One, y'all.
Gratitude.
The classic codes has become Starship One on answering these tough questions that we face every day in society.
I'm only gonna do this
and
once.
providing me with enough to talk about to get through a couple hours of my day, a couple hours of your day at work.
Hey, Tess, it's because I'm a trailblazer, man. I'm a trailblazer.
Classic.
The road less traveled. Nobody wants to talk about it. I'll talk about it. Let's do it.
And to enlighten us for what we must do when interacting with these individuals. Back to the show so we can finish that part because it was good.
He has to control everything you do, who you talk to, what you post, how you dress, all that stuff. If he feels like he has to control everything that you do, then you cannot submit to that man because that man don't want you. He wants somebody he can control. He doesn't, he's trying to change you. He's trying to put you in this little bubble. He's not willing to hear any criticisms or counsel. You are not his counsel. You are his son. You do what he says. That's it.
Hey, listen, I'm only here to receive perspectives. Anybody else want to speak to that? Y'all all said, well, not all. April, did you say that was true? I know Ray said it was true. You cannot submit to a man who's not willing to. I thought it was a typo.
I wouldn't say give up control. I mean, it's because it's like relinquish control. I'm not understanding why a leader of the home would relinquish the control.
It's not necessarily control in my mind.
Now listen, and shout out to Janice because she made for amazing content with bringing nuance to the discussion. So I'm not in any way, shape, or form against that. I'm with it, and I want to have her back for the next one for sure. But fellas, in general, when a woman take a term that has a definition and tell you that it don't mean what it mean, to her, run, my nigga.
Classic.
Run. I literally read the definition of control, and she was like, that ain't what it mean to me.
Classic.
Get out of there.
Today I got time, cuz.
Get out of there. For sure. But let's see how this goes.
Because of the fact that I've had different leadership positions in a highly aggressive male situation, you know, I was in the Army. One of the things is when somebody's in charge, you got to make them think that your idea is their idea. Because sometimes the subordinates have better ideas than leaders. The leaders want you to go around in a circle, zigzag.
Sometimes the subordinates have better ideas than the leaders, and I quote.
I can do a whole bunch of extra stuff, but you already know how to do the job, and you know a better way. So if they're not willing to try a possible better way, and they just want you to do it how they do it, then you don't want to have that type of leader. That is a rigid person who can't change.
Let me give y'all an analogy. I think Soft Rain already answered this one, so you don't have to answer it. If you and your man, hypothetically, your man and y'all children are fleeing from danger. Danger is following you guys. Y'all are fleeing from danger, right? And y'all come to a fork in the road. And there's danger following y'all. So y'all under some time constraint. Y'all need to keep it moving. You come to a fork in the road. Your man says, I think we should go right. You say, well, I kind of think we should go left. Which direction do y'all go?
Well, honestly, I was immediately thinking, you know, we split up. I'll take the kids, you go this way, but that's just the way.
She said, I was immediately thinking, we split up.
Classic.
Now, chat, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. Chat, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. The first thing that came to my mind when she said, the first thing that came to her mind was split up and she gonna take the kids. First thing that came to my mind is this is why God made us the decision makers.
Classic.
Because Ray said it best. She said split up, divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. That's the first thing Ray said. Shout out to Ray.
I'm only gonna do this once.
Because what? Split up. And you taking the kids. And that lets you know, fellas, how much she feel like she needs your protection.
Classic.
Yes, Lord. She went on to say she got the glicky and she don't miss. She gonna protect them kids and you go do your thing. And I was like, yo, I never heard this answer before. You gotta appreciate it when you get an answer you never heard before. Forget whether or not I agree. It doesn't even matter. Just the perspective alone. I just never heard it before. So, shout out, man. He said, my clicker was hitting today. The Tears Down said, I like when I have a sub. Miles Bassett said, my thoughts. If you have to control someone, then there's obviously conflict. Miles Bassett said, I ain't trying to train a grown-up. Talk, Miles. Jay Zilla said, but school, the gang's all over here. Right. That's what I'm saying, man. But let's listen to the rest.
That's just the way I think about it. No, well, this is a different situation. Hold up. No, this is a different situation for me because remember, I'm coming. Hold up. I'm coming from a military standpoint. I got the training, so I already know how to take action in the absence of orders. I've been trained to do that. If your leader gets killed, you got to be able to pick up the slack and you got to be able to lead the troops. So I know my man, he's already got the experience. He going to survive. He got something to live for. He's going to come when I believe in my man. My job, I got to protect.
Yes, Soft Ray, what's that all about? You need to come.
Hey, Tez, come on, G. Tez gonna make an isolated attack, ain't he?
Sometimes you just gotta crash on that.
My man stopped the whole shit, said, hey, Soft Rain, what's that about? Like that was her talking in the video. That wasn't her, bro. That's kind of crazy, Tez.
But in here, what's that all about, Soft Rain? Y'all see April get surprised. Soft Rain was like, what?
Yeah. She did.
Yes,
I said, y'all see April get surprised? Soft Rain was like, what? Yeah, she said, I think we should split up. Soft Rain was like, I never heard this shit before. Straight up. I did the same thing. I said, now split. I said, look, when I get like this, I'm finna listen for sure. Wait, split up. Tell me more. Split up. What the, how did, okay.
Read it with emotion. I read it with feeling. I read at a high school grade level by the age of 3rd grade. So shameless way to pat myself on the back today. You know what? Sometimes you got to pat your own self on the back because I'm looking around and I don't see anybody else's hand. So I'm going to use my own. I'm going to use my own today.
I hear
I'm
that.
going to use my own today. Yeah.
I hear that. I hear that.
Sometimes you got to see. Sometimes you got to see.
Yeah. Shout out to Tez, man. Make sure y'all tap in with the Tez down, man. Shout out to Tez, man. Make sure y'all tap in with the Tez down. But yeah, chat, it was an amazing conversation. Let me catch up on these chats and then we're going to roll out. So Tez down said Rain was getting feisty. Soft Rain said feisty. The Tez down said this the one right here. Miles Bachelor said an actual exchange, giving and receiving. Doesn't happen often. You know, on the classic codes, we're going to make it happen, though. The Tez down said at Mama V did not mince words. Mama V said forever feisty. The Tez down, my clicker was hitting today. He said, I like when I have a sub. Miles Bachelor said, my thoughts, if you have to control someone, obviously conflict. We covered that already. Tez down said LMFAO. Miles Bachelor said, she got some hard syllables. The Tez down said Fred and Daphne on the panel. LOL. Soft Rain. I was like, whoa, yeah. Like split up. It's great. Mama V said the men's is perfect in the host chair. Mama V said the men are perfect in the host chair. Hey, I never said I was perfect. Hold on. I never said, well, kinda. Kinda, a little bit. But yeah, man, hold on, man. What Jay Zilla said, LOL. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, chat. It's been fun. But yeah, hell of a show last night, hell of a show today. And we're going to be right back. You already know what it is. Make sure y'all hit the like button on y'all way out if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And tap in with my conglomerate. If you're looking for dope content, if you enjoy my content, I got some suggestions of some other people you'll enjoy. Tap in with Souls of Thought. Souls spelled like the sole of a shoe. Tap in with Uncle Plug TV. Plug spelled with 2 G's. Tap in with Conversations with Soft Rain. Rain spelled like Reign Supreme. Tap in with The Tez Down. TEZDOWN. All those channels you should subscribe to, and you'll pretty much get content 24/7. We all live stream for the most part. We do panel discussions. We do our own solo work, and we all, pushing things forward and pushing the bar. We're not scared to have, pertinent and necessary conversations like adults, you know what I mean? And we cool with agreeing to disagree in a respectful manner, of course. So if you like what you getting here, you will like what you getting over there as well. Subscribe to all of us. It ain't gonna hurt and it ain't gonna cost you nothing. You know what I mean? But for the most part, man, I'm only got one request for you. If you don't want to do any of them other things, for me, stick to the codes. We got another classic. Yeah.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold. Hardened my heart.